You know, one of the things I love about this time of year is just how many groups out here on Delmarva are doing great things for the community. And we have another group joining us today, the Fraternal Order of Police. They've got their Share Your Christmas event coming up. And we have Greg Bennett and Jerry Gibson joining me on the couch. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we get into the actual event, I want to talk about the FOP. What is it and what does it mean for you guys now?
FOP stands for Fraternal Order of Police. It's a national police union. So over the course of all of the 50 states, we're in almost every state. In Delaware, we're a primary labor organization. So nationwide, we have about 700,000 members. And it represents the labor interests of on-duty law enforcement. Our lodge ourselves is primarily made up of retired law enforcement. So we have people from many different states that make up the Lodge 2 in Sussex County. So we're all some form of law enforcement, either federal, county, city, or state.
And does that provide a little bit of community for you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For us, you know, it's like any other occupation. You know, we sit around, we talk stories, tell about the way things used to be. We have guys that retired way before 2000, and we have guys that retired recently. So we have a good mix of age and youth, and we all have the same basic shared experiences.
Yeah, as the name implies too, it's a fraternal group. So it's just a group of guys that just want to get together to do things of common interest and good things like the Share Your Christmas.
Well, let's get right into that. Tell me a little bit about Share Your Christmas. What is it, and you know, why should people be interested?
It's something that a past president started, Bob Shepard, about 5 or 6 years ago, where we select, usually from a school environment, a family that is well-deserving, a family that's struggling for one cause or another, where their children would really benefit from just a special experience where they are treated special, they're doted on for maybe an hour, where we come in with a Santa Claus and fire engines and police cars and just give them a bunch of toys and presents, clothes. Again, they find these, whoever is selected, usually from a school environment, and we have a group in our staff and our membership that will do all the shopping, wrapping, and it's just a wonderful occasion when we get together and have it.
What does it make you feel like to be a part of this program?
Oh, it makes me feel proud. You know, law enforcement in recent years has gotten a lot of knocks. For us to be able to kind of knock the rust off of that and say, look, we do a lot of good things. We do a lot of good things for the community. We do fundraisers. People are generally receiving us very well. And, you know, in general, you know, it's kind of a cliche, but when you ask most people, why'd you get into law enforcement, same thing as fire, EMS, and medical, is I want to help people. So when you retire, you still have that drive to try and want to make people's lives better. And, you know, we're all very fortunate that we can do things for ourselves and our families. And like Jerry said a few years ago, our president at the time said, you know, we should find a family that really doesn't have the wherewithal to have a good Christmas, or maybe not even a Christmas at all. So we started sending our members into the school districts, talk to the guidance counselors, and it really makes you feel good knowing that if it wasn't for us and this particular event, that certain families may not have the kind of Christmas that they want their children to have.
Does it make it easier to marshal a bunch of guys together to organize something like this Share Your Christmas event?
You know, I always say every organization has the somebody should guy. You know, every organization, you know, they'll come in and they'll say, oh, there's a light bulb out, somebody should fix it. Well, why don't you fix it? So obviously more of our members, some of our members are more heavily involved than others. Again, like I said, you know, we have guys that are in their 80s that are part of our lodge, and we have guys that are in their 50s that are part of the lodge. So the younger guys seem to have a little more energy and a little more time. The older guys will help, but, you know, everybody wants to do it. It's just a matter of finding the time and the ability to actually pitch in and do things. So our committee is fantastic. It's just sort of like plug and play. Here's your budget, here's your money, here's the names of the students, the families, and go. And they take it and run.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in and joining us on the couch. Is there anything else that you wanted to add today?
I don't think so. I just thanks for having us, and thanks for helping us to promote this worthwhile event.
Letting us get the word out.
I think that this program, I think that this event is fantastic. I think that the people and the families that this is going to help are really going to get to enjoy a special Christmas this year just because of what you guys are doing. I think it's immensely powerful and great for the community. So thank you for joining us on our couch, but more importantly, thank you for putting this program together.
Thank you. Thanks for helping us.
All right, we are going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We've got to get into a topic we started talking about yesterday. AI, social media, all those things going on. Well, in Australia, if you're 16 or under, they're not going to let you get on social media. And we got a lot of reaction from people here on Delmarva to that idea. There's more Coast Life coming up.